guys, how are you? This is very interesting, people, very interesting. Today we're going to talk about Wendy Williams fighting for her job, how she wants to go back, and the network saying, not so fast. So let me go ahead, play my intro, allow more people into the room, and then we'll get right into it. Well, let me try this again. Then we'll get right into it. Hi guys, how are you? I really wanted the room to fill up because I really want a lot of people to see this video. But before we get into that, I want everyone to know that today's video is sponsored by Equity News Network. Let's go ahead and hear a word from our sponsors.
Now, to help us finally answer the question, this year, the mayor added, we're walking the walk.
Now, don't forget, Todd will be joining our panel soon. I wish it was today because this is a very interesting subject. Lots of drama going on over there at the Wendy Williams Network. Now, before I show you this video, when she's speaking for herself, let me tell you the backstory. Okay, so allegedly, this was a setup, a way for Wendy to get her message out there, to come across as if she's back and she's doing better. But it's played out as if she was just walking on the beach and some paparazzi caught her. But I'm being told the whole thing was staged, just a way to get her back out there and get her fans back to thinking that she's okay. Now, it's hard for me to say if she's really okay or not, but we're being told, it's dicey. Good one day, bad the next day. It's crazy. She wants to come back on her show. But here's the thing. I talked to staff members. The staff is split. The people that are going to be picked up for the Sherri Shepherd show don't want her back. The other people that don't have any jobs yet want her back because that's more job security. But they also acknowledge it was very hard working for Wendy, especially when she was going through her, what should I call it? Trauma. That's what I'm going to call it. But the networks allegedly do not want her back. They want Sherri Shepherd to be a permanent replacement. And the way that they did it is in a way not to upset Wendy's fans. So they named her permanent co-host, so they won't bring on any other co-host, with every intentions of keeping her on and making that her show. Now, I don't know what they're going to rename the show, but they want it to be Sherri Shepherd's show that has more stability. And, Wendy's the best at what she does. We can't not deny that. Sherri's just a different person and she's good at what she does. But Wendy wants her show back. This puts the networks into a dilemma because all of Wendy's fans are cheering her on. They don't want to see Sherri Shepherd, some of them. Most of them want to see Wendy Williams the way she was before all of this chaos came into her life. So it's a lot going on. So let me show you this video that it's 5 minutes long, but I want you guys, so they had released some pictures earlier and people were like, she doesn't look any better. She still looks sick. And then Perry gave the advice. I need to see her talk. I need to see her talk. A lot of people saying we need to see her talk. Talk, Wendy. So this was her way of talking. But I think when people say we need to hear her talk, we were talking like in an interview where someone's asking you questions to make sure that you're okay. But let me play this video. It's 5 minutes long. Look for the details. Tell me what you guys think. And then when I come back, we'll all dive right into it.
Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Hi.
How's your morning going?
It's just after 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing okay, Beautiful sky. It's nice being here.
How often do you come out here?
Well, I'm here in Florida, and I come here often. I've got real family. Mother, father, sister, brother, family. And it's very peaceful being here,
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, so those
Beautiful. It seems windy because it is.
Is it always like this, or is it usually warmer?
No, it's not usually warmer. It's still winter. It usually gets up to, they say, 80 degrees, but I haven't gone to run in it. I don't want to do all of that. And then in a couple of hours, I go to my gym.
Are you working out after this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Excuse me, you know that I work out all the time, even though you don't come with me. I go on my own.
No, but I didn't think you go this early in the morning. I just thought you just go whenever you feel like it.
No, I like to go early because after I work out, I get tired. I want to, take a shower again. And then I like to lay down and watch TV. I get on the phone and call friends and family. And some business. I do call business affairs.
Right, okay.
And, back at the apartment. That's where we live here. That's where he lives here. Thanks to me.
Alright. Well, alright, so after this, we're going to go work out.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else planned for today, or you're just going to keep cool? Just relax?
I think that's it.
You're taking a break from everything, really.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not a break. I do this all the time.
But I'm talking about more so like a break from New York and stuff.
Yeah, this is a break from New York. New York is fast paced, which I love.
Yeah.
I love here in Florida as much as I do New York, but they are two very different things and people. But New York is my heart, and Florida's a beautiful place. Beautiful, regular, sometimes weird in a good way. Aren't we all weird in a good way?
So, speaking of that, a lot of people have been wondering, like, what you've been up to, and they've been, sending their prayers out and everything. What do you have to say to those people just, like, thinking that you're up to whatever it is? Like, what do you have to say to them?
You say prayers and think about me? Really? Well, thank you.
Yeah, so everyone's praying about you.
Thank you.
Want to make sure that you're coming back strong.
Excuse me. I am going back stronger,
Oh, okay.
Admittedly so, at 56 years old. There are things that happen to people.
You gotta let them know.
I would say things usually start about 40, and they go up from there.
Yeah.
So you gotta eat the right food. I'm not gonna go out to eat. Kevin, I don't want to go out to eat today. I want to order the food, bring it in, make sure that it's already ready, so all I have to do is heat it up, okay?
All right, but
I used to cook. When I was a kid, I used to cook, when I was married and we lived, with our son in New Jersey. But now, I strictly get food brought in. And it's vegan, it's vegetarian.
And isn't one of your favorite foods that are vegan the acai bowl?
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
I do like that. I like regular stuff too, though. But I don't eat a lot of it. And when I do, I think I told you this. I'll take 1 or 2 bites of a real cheeseburger, a real hamburger, a real steak, and then I take 1 or 2 bites and then throw it away. And I'm good. The other food is really good, but it's crazy to think that you get skinny because you eat fake food or that vegetarian, vegan.
Right.
It's not. There are plenty health problems. I mean, everybody's got issues, don't we?
Yeah, it's about taking everything in moderation, right?
Yeah, everything in moderation. I like the height that I am. You know, at 56, a lot of times people start to hunch over,
Right.
and they become taller. So it's very important. You know, I want to be all I can be, and then get back to New York and get on down with the Wendy Williams show. I'll let you do it.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you continue your walk.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna check in with you later.
Okay. Look, leave me alone. Now you go back and I'll walk back.
All right, see you.
Now I had a advance warning that this video was coming out, and I hadn't realized that it's Kevin filming the video. So she actually said Kevin the son, not Kelvin. But also the video was also released to the Sun magazine, and they just put it out. Oh my God, about not that long ago. So I seen people in the audience saying, this is old. This is no, it was just released today. But my whole thing is that the family is desperately, they're trying to save her job. There's just no other way to put it. Let me bring up Diva and Perry. Hi, Diva.
Hey.
Hi, Perry.
What's up? What's up?
Now that's her in the video. She didn't look sick. She didn't look under the influence of anything. She looked like she was up and ready to do her job.
Right.
But the rumors are the networks, they don't want her back. I feel that's her show. If she feels, I don't know, I feel if she's ready and up to par and wants her job back, she should get her job back.
Right.
But I do understand the others. Yeah, go first, Perry. I don't know.
Well, no, I'm saying like, I mean, as far as the show, and I just feel like if she's ready to go back and she's out walking every day, doing all these things, having all these activities, getting ready to go back to New York, why not go back to the show already? Is what I'm trying to say is this, like, I mean, I'm just saying this. She looks good.
She does.
And like, I think like most athletes, I think get to a point where they just love that career and don't let it go. Personally, I think that she's looking good, out moving around, that she should go ahead personally, let it go, enjoy your retirement. But if that's what she want to do, and I think they're making this video to come out to say, hey, see people, stop all the rumors, I'm fine. I get that part. But if you was truly fine, you'll be, how you doing on the show, right?
It's touchy. I want Wendy back, but I can understand from a business point of view.
Well, the business part, I think the contract, I mean, I don't think her contract is canceled. So, and I don't think it expires until like September or whatever.
I mean, I understand the part of, we don't want to keep doing this with Wendy. The networks wants to move on. I kind of, Diva, you're shaking your head. What are your thoughts?
Oh, they need stability. I mean, nobody wants, you can't run a company with somebody who's iffy. You don't know from one day to another if they're going to make it into work or not. Everybody can deal with, okay, you sick a couple of days. We can even give you 2 weeks. Hey, you need 3 months, you need 6 months. But if every single day we got to wonder whether you're going to be in or out, and then when you come in, if you're going to be well or not, or are we going to have to hold you up and sit you up in a chair and prop you up and have Norman tell you your lines and Suzanne help you out too?
And you're not saying that to be mean. You say that for first hand, for first hand
I'm
experience.
talking about from a business point of view. Who can do that? You can't run a company like that. And let's be clear, it is what it is, but we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. It was a toxic environment when she was there. Okay, so her and DJ Booth went at it. Suzanne, she used to snap her live on TV, and we would be home. At least I would be home like, ouch. Norman had to remind her of what she was seeing on the screen. Now, I love Wendy. I absolutely love Wendy, and I get it. We want her back. But from a business point of view, and they have sponsors that they need to keep happy, and they have employees that, they can run a risk of getting sued, for different things in the work environment, they got to let her go. So now you have Sherry Shepherd stepping in, who's the ultimate professional. Everybody loves her. They don't have to worry about whether she's going to show up or not for the job. And she's not snapping at people. Norman loves her. Suzanne loves her. The staff loves her. And Dunbar Mercury can count on her to show up, be there, and the sponsors, get a return investment. Wendy,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm torn. That's her show.
I get it,
She
Sharrell.
has obligation. Go ahead, Perry.
No, I say this though. I know a lot of people in the chat love Wendy. I personally love the show. Love Wendy. I don't think nobody could ever replace Wendy on the Wendy show. They could never replace her. It's my thought. But sometimes when you love something, we become selfish also. If we truly love Wendy, I wish her the best of health than to be selfish just to want her on the show when it's not in her favor.
Let me ask you this, Perry, and then I'll ask you, Diva. How did she look to you in the video? I
mean, she looked good to me, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys would say, well, the show don't want her back. I never had a job I had jobs I called in sick on, right? I would call in. I never had a job to tell me to stay home because I was sick. I'm just saying, like, nobody called the employee didn't say. If I'm up and well, I had no job tell me not to come back is what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean if she was well, she would be back?
I would think so. I would think that would be a case. And I would think this too. And even, just saying, love Wendy. But she got millions of fans, right? I wouldn't be out in a hurricane, right? Talking about this. I would just have.
Harry, I'm not messing
No.
with you.
I'm saying, I think they try to kill the myth that something's wrong. Maybe she's feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Which is great.
She's on the mend. Yeah.
But we don't need that kind of proof, though. I mean, she could just stayed in the warmth, not in the wind and all that stuff, and just said, hey, to her fans, hey, hopefully I'll be back. I'm doing well. I think that would have been more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
The only time, last time we see her, she left the show. Now she out there on doing a hurricane. No.
Don't say that, Diva, because Perry loves attention. You know, no damn hurricane. Look, I'm very torn.
You didn't have that cap on, Sharrell. That wig would have flew off. I mean, the wind was blowing loud.
I'm very torn. I get what both of you guys are saying. So we're on two different sides of the coin here. And here I am in the middle. I want to take as many calls as I can. You guys, let's keep these comments short because people got something to say. And there's a lot of Wendy fans in the audience. So I'm going to get through the regulars first. People say, why do you take the same people? Because they call first and I go in order and then I'm trying to get new people in. So everyone try to keep your comments short. Let's start with our co-worker. Hi, Andrea.
Hey,
I'm torn. What do you she looked good. You can't deny that.
From what I could see, maybe, yes, she looked a little better than what she's been looking. But I'm looking at it as a company. A company is not going to keep losing money on you. Okay? They're not going to keep losing money on you. And Wendy is a liability.
But Andrea, what if I know, I'm just asking. Leave me alone, Andrea. Leave me alone. I'm asking you because I got to do both sides of the coin.
Okay.
What if she was not doing well, but she's doing better now?
I don't believe so because I'm gonna tell you something. This has been short. I think she needs to give herself a year. All of a sudden, you go to the hospital for what? A week or 2 weeks? You better. I want her to come back too, but I want her to come back well, Wendy. Not crazy, I don't know. I don't think she gave herself any time to really get her mental health together.
But you do admit that she looked good in that video. We can't deny that.
No, she really did. And look, I mean, she's mobile. She's doing all these things. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, like, that's the way I'd rather see her 5 years down the road. The last time we seen her is working, doing the show. And to be honest with you, the stress of the show could have broken down her body.
Exactly.
And all these things, you know.
But But she wants her job back.
I get that most people think they do. Because
Can
that's what
she
you've
do
been
her
used to for the
job?
last 30 years or something.
Right. But can she do the job?
Come on, Andrea.
Can she do the job? Look how many times that she don't whacked out.
Oh God.
I mean,
All right, Andrea.
what get me, and Diva, you're a nurse. This is what get me. You go in the hospital for about 1 or 2 weeks. All of a sudden, you better. I know most people who are in mental health, it takes them almost 6 months to a year to really get themselves together. Am I wrong or right?
I'm torn. I'm y'all trying to get me to make a decision, and I'm really
No,
torn.
we not. No, we not. No, we not.
Let me tell you why I'm torn. Because to get a career to the point that she's gotten her career to takes work, dedication, and just to have it all stripped from you. But then I understand what Diva's saying. They're not going to wait around for you. This is corporate America.
Right.
I'm torn. I'm torn.
Let me say one more thing.
Let me try to get more. Go ahead.
Okay, let me say this real fast. And I think this is sort of what's happening. And it's human nature. I'm off of a job doing this, and then I see them, training somebody for my previous job. Okay. And even though I might not feel well, I see the end coming to that. And I try to force myself to act as if, or apply that I'm better. Right.
Yeah.
But I think that, all this is coming from the stress of feeling like the end is coming.
Right.
They doing this. Let me show them that I'm better, which I'm glad she's better. I'm saying most people might think, well, now Perry, no. I wish Wendy the best.
Yes.
And that's the important part, because we got other shows we can go back and watch of Wendy. Nobody's gonna ever outdo Wendy.
Right.
So she needs to go ahead and probably retire.
All right, let me try to
Let me say one more thing, then I'm gonna get off.
Okay.
I want Wendy to come back, but I want Wendy to come back with her mind, her body, her soul together. That's what I want. I don't want Wendy to come back and everybody afraid if she gonna flip out or something gonna happen. I want her to give herself, her mind, her body some time to heal and get it together. Yeah, everybody want Wendy back, but we want Wendy back well. So bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, Andrea.
Bye, Andrea.
I'm taking as many calls as I can today, and you guys keep them short because I'm trying to get a lot of people in. I'm going in order. Hi, Cece, how are you?
Hi everybody. Hi Perry. Hi Diva. Hi Sharrell.
Sound off really quickly. Where do you stand on this issue?
Real quick, I love seeing her. She looked good. She sounded positive. She sounded like herself. But Diva kind of rubbed me in the wrong way. But she is right. This is a business, and it's a company. It's a television show, and she needs to be consistent. I would love to see her back. I love Sherry Shepherd, but I'd rather her have her own show than co-hosting Wendy Williams' show. If Williams could get herself together by September, I want to see her back. But if she can't, then she should just retire and just go to podcasts or something like that.
Really quickly before I start taking more calls, what about what Perry was saying is that she might have looked good for a minute, but we can't wait for you. What do you think of that?
I know. Yeah, I understand that, because that on and off thing was concerning. That's why after a while I wasn't watching the show like that, because she'll be missing, she'll be giggling, snapping at people. She wasn't herself, and then she couldn't really stand. They had the chair there when the Ask Wendy part. They would have the microphone and she'll be sitting down. So she was kind of going, I guess it was the stress of the job. It was getting to her after a while. That's all I could think. Yeah.
It's crazy. Thank you, Cece. I'm trying to get a lot of people in today. Take care. Bye.
All right, let me just say this.
Angie is too much.
Ain't she too much? Ain't she too much?
She's wrong. She's just wrong.
Let's keep going. Let's try to get a lot of people in today, you guys. People say they don't have a chance to get in. Let's get them in and out.
And let me say this, Sharrell. Just 2 seconds ago, she couldn't even. Her money was frozen. Now she better, and she ready to go back to New York. Come on, stop.
Oh, Diva, don't do that. Nina, what side of the aisle do you stand on?
I think, like I said a couple of shows ago on your show, you got to know when to fold them. Count your losses, pack up your millions and stay in Florida or go to Dubai, wherever you want to go. But, you know, like I said, people stay way past the expiration date. And although she did look great, I said it too in the comments while you was doing the video, she did look great, but did she look healthy? No, she did not to me. She didn't look healthy to me. And that's a difference, you know. And like, you know, this is a company. You know, it's a company. And at the end of the day,
she didn't look healthy to you, Nina?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't look healthy to me. I'm looking at her eyes, and you know, she just didn't look healthy to me. And I know medication can make you feel like you're doing all right, you know. And then her son was videotaping it. You know, you don't. I mean, I don't know. I think Wendy needs to let it go gracefully, and say something to your fans. You know, like everybody has said prior. Say, hey, you know, I had a great run. Thank y'all. It's about my health, my family, you know, and pass the torch. Give Sherry that pink microphone or whatever color she's gonna have, and let it go. But I'm just on the outside looking in. I don't know all the details. I'm just a fan myself. I like Wendy myself, but she should have been gone last year, actually. You know, so that's just my take. I'm just little old me in Gaston, North Carolina. I don't know nothing. Just old Southern girl trying to tell y'all some old Southern stuff.
Thank you, Nina, for calling in. I appreciate the call.
Hey, y'all. Love y'all. Miss y'all. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we got to get these people in. We are backed up. Hi, Lola.
Hey, Lola.
Oh, hey, y'all. What's up?
Now,
I just wanted to mention that I saw the video. I mean, she seems to be fine to me personally, but I understand Debmar Mercury. I mean, she's an investment, right? Like, and they've lost money due to her absence. And any other job, if you don't show up to work, guess what? You get fired. I'm not I'm not going to invest in the stock market and know that it might fail like rather rapidly. I'd rather invest in something that I know that is more 90% sure than 50-50. She might show up, she might not. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's broken down in numbers. It's not personal. However, I've questioned if it's really, I don't know if she's really has mental health issues, or maybe she's going through a severe depression, which she needs to like just focus on herself, because you know depression can be crippling. So to me, it's like, it's sad. I wish she could get the farewell that she needs, but because I think she deserves to exit gracefully, but it is what it is.
Thank you for calling in. Hang out backstage, Lola, okay?
No problem.
I think she deserves to exit. Hi, Mike. You have your TV up.
Hello.
Calling in. Hang out backstage, Lola, okay? You have to close out. There's an echo. You have to close out of your other tabs.
Oh.
You have your TV up.
Can y'all hear me now?
There's an echo.
Close out of YouTube on your browser.
Okay. What'd you say? I gotta leave out?
No, okay, like on your browser, you'll see a YouTube. Close out of YouTube because you've been transferred to StreamYard already.
Oh, okay.
No, okay, like on your browser, you'll see a YouTube. Close out of YouTube because you've been transferred to StreamYard already.
Let me. Hang out backstage, Mike. Don't hang up, okay?
Okay.
I didn't work on that.
Okay.
These other people. Corey.
Hi.
Girl, sound off. We know you're going to tell it like it is. What do you think?
Okay. I'm going to take off my messy hat and I'm going to put on my professional hat. I am a former HR professional.
Okay.
Wendy needs to hang it up and give up. They're not giving her a job back because she created a toxic work environment. And it's a liability. She can be sued. If she comes back and goes off on someone or does something inappropriate, they can sue Debmar Mercury.
What about those fans, Corey, that truly want to see her beat this?
Well, it's not going to be with that same crew. It's not going to be with the same crew. It's not going to be with the same people that work in that studio. They can't, because she's already proven that she is a toxic employer. I'm sorry, but Corey, she does look better.
Don't hang up. Hang out backstage, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Mike, can you hear us now?
Yeah, can't y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
You still echoing. You still have a
I'm
close
still
all the
echoing.
tabs. You
Yes,
close all
almost
your
like a
tabs out?
Okay, is it better?
No.
I had closed that.
Okay, say what you want to say really quickly then, because there's an
Well,
echo.
I just want to say that I'm glad to see her up and running around, and I'm just glad to see her up and vibrant and stuff like that. I think Wendy is ready because she done had time and time and time to be out. She done been had her time off and stuff. Maybe Wendy is ready. Wendy go hard. I'm for every black person who try to make it in this world. I think everybody just needs to give her a chance to let her prove herself because Wendy can do this. I just love my girl. I just want her to come back to show
Mike,
everybody that I'm here and y'all can't take my chair. It's mine. Y'all warming it up for me, and my name's still on the marquee, and I'm still getting them chicks in the bank. That's all. Thank y'all. I
Thank
love
you,
y'all.
Mike. Take care. Bye. Oh, that's so funny. I couldn't hear a thing. Let's try. Keep going. Canelo, sound off.
Now y'all already know. I love my Wendy, but it's not. She should not be coming back no time soon. Because as Diva and most of us already know what she did for Halloween in 2019. She should not even. She should have been gone then. Because
You mean when she fainted? When she
yes.
fainted. Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna sit here and tell us that lie that she overheated. We know it was because of Kevin. And what you reported about Kevin Carr and Sharina, what's her name? Sharina Carr being told live on television. And I'm sitting here like, woman, good name, blessed and well, you need to sit your behind down because she, like everybody who have debilitating illnesses, that's going to keep them, not being able to come to work. Because y'all know I have 2 pensioners in my back. I can't do anything. She got lymphedema, the thyroid, and the Graves' disease.
But Canelo, what about those people that are calling you a hater right now?
Well, they're gonna have to call me a hater because that's what I'm gonna be. I look, I don't care. I love Wendy, but she just got to stay home. She cannot come back no time soon. Maybe if she would sit out 2023 and come back 2024, that probably would be the best for her because that would give her time enough to sit back, think about how she's being. Because the people already, like everybody's been saying, the workplace has been toxic. She's made it toxic. Why y'all think DJ Booth done left? He came out and told everybody the truth will come out. The truth will, and not all after he said that DJ Sus came in, what happened? She did not come back. She's been passing out. She's been on, allegedly on drugs. And
I'm trying to get a lot of people into that, or I would be pushing back.
Go ahead. I hang on if you want me to. I hang on if you want me to.
All right, okay, sit backstage because I'm trying to get new people in. Okay, thanks. We got to have a pushback hour though. Hi, Inspiration. Sound off really quickly.
Hi there. I think she's gonna need to come back if she wants to keep her money. Because like I said, I sent over on the hotline, her court case, the original case has now been sealed.
Right.
And this whole case has been moved over to the guardianship. There's been a guardianship court. There is a new judge. So this happened earlier today. I'm quite sure that's why they put that video out.
What does that mean? What does that mean in layman's terms?
In layman's terms, they're forging ahead with trying to put her in a conservatorship.
What? You think so?
I know so. I wouldn't report. I don't lie. Okay. And I don't lie. I am looking at what has happened in the court system today. As of yesterday, I could see everything. As of today, I can see nothing. And the case has been removed from Judge Bluth to this other judge. I don't have it in front of me. I'm babysitting my grandbabies. But to another judge that is, I think it's Lockhoff is her last name.
You do your homework, Inspiration, and you get the things off Pacer. So I know you know what you're talking about. But this could be like a Britney Spears situation?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. They're trying to save what they have. And I think the family's behind it.
I don't know. It could be the family, but I don't think so because her son was made POA. So to me, if I'm a low down family, the
Not a
son is
low-down
young.
family, a family that's trying to save their sister, their
Job.
mom, their
Yeah.
job, the job, save her reputation, preserves what she had, what she worked for.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant that they were behind the guardianship.
No, no,
I
no, 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 not
Oh,
like
okay,
that.
okay, my misunderstanding. My bad. Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to. They're fighting like heck. I don't think she looks healthy enough. To me, there was something a little off. But then, as I'm thinking about it, I'd look a little off too if I had these people trying to keep me from having control over my own money. I'd be a little little pressed behind the scenes too.
I'm
So
sorry. I got to do it the old way. I have to have straight conversation. Stay on the line, inspiration. I try
okay.
not to fill the screen, but that's not how I do it over here. Robin, what do you think about what inspiration is saying? Could this be a possible Britney Spears situation?
100% yes.
Oh my
I do
God.
agree with inspiration, but I want to start out nice and say that I was excited to hear that Wendy seemed to be presenting herself to us.
Yeah.
However, she ain't 56, which she said. She's 57.
Well, okay.
Okay. I was excited to see her walking because I was amazed at her gait because it has been so compromised that she had such a good rhythm going. I was excited about. I was surprised that knowing Wendy as I have experienced her as, a air quote fan, that she didn't offer her own blind item. And Diva, remember when she used to do the blind items on her radio show? That she didn't make herself a blind item and allude to her situation at all. That was a big surprise to me. I'm still not convinced about the guardianship and who is responsible for instigating the entire episode for several reasons. The first of them is, I'm going to be honest and say, I can't wrap my brain around an understanding of what makes her son most qualified to be her POA.
Oh,
damn. No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that as people present themselves to us, as she has, I don't have any recall of anything that she has said to the public about him that would make me be like, yeah, okay, that's it.
What do you need? What, Robin? Okay. Inspiration, help me out here.
That's a baby boy.
What?
That's a baby boy.
I know. I was raised. I don't know. I'm just not convinced. But I do say that there's still something in me that believes that her ex-husband has not one, but both hands and at least one of his feet in this whole idea towards conservatorship.
Okay.
And I say that because remember, he has isolated her to the point where her relationship with her family members, we don't know how great the relationships were all along, unless you listen to her talk about how she felt outside of, because she grew up as the fat kid. When they sat down to dinner and the family would have one meal and she would get the little capon and some vegetables.
This is crazy.
We also know that he is the one person on this earth who is most intimately involved in understanding in her finances. He controlled her finances.
You think this is a setup possibly by Kevin?
Yep.
I think if Kevin is still on that board, Sharrell, I wouldn't put it past him or the board itself. Remember, we've talked about, I do think it's whatever board controls that business, that's who's ultimately behind it. Now, there is also the case that, yes, Wells Fargo doesn't want that money moved. That's a significant client of theirs.
Absolutely.
And
inspiration is absolutely correct. And remember, one thing that comes to mind for me is, remember, he was so much in her business as both her manager and her mate that he was able to use her money, and she didn't even know that he was buying a home that he shared with this other woman.
And that's all the time Miss Lori was supposedly overseeing her money, I might add.
Exactly.
Anyway, but we're going to leave that alone.
I'm at where inspiration is. We're very dubious and skeptical.
Sebastian, is there first of all, people are saying that video might be old.
Yep. 56.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop.
Sebastian, I see what I'm connecting with you now. You're saying because she says she's 56, but now she's 57. That's proof that the video is old.
About her family that she has with her, including her mother.
But she said her mom. She did say her mom. Did you catch that, Sharrell?
Yes, she did.
She did say her mom.
She did.
She said, I got family down in Florida, my mom, my dad.
Yep.
And remember, was there a chance that she was on hiatus for personal reasons in Florida before this? And it could be a dated thing. And we don't know, I don't know what she's experienced, but remember, she looks different in that she had gained a significant amount of weight back. And then we know we haven't seen her for a while. So I'm happy to see that she has, shed her pounds, but she does have a significant different presentation. And I also keep reminding myself about her road to veganism, and that its connection really is through what she said from her son. And I don't know whether that influence was directly from her son or her ex-husband, who deals with the, as Roy Behar says, the gumab, who's the vegan chef.
I gotta keep this short. Sebastian, what are you thinking about? What side of the fence do you lay on this? This is crazy.
Okay, first of all, I'm coming for Diva. Diva had no right to disrespect Wendy Williams like she did a couple minutes ago, saying that her bank account was frozen and now she's okay. Don't ever Diva. Wendy is the queen. Wendy is the queen. No one can disrespect Wendy. And Sherry needs to roll herself out of that production area real quick, because the queen is coming back. And one thing Sherry will be known as, Sherry will never be known as the Sherry Shepherd Show. It will be known as the show that you just got handed over because the person
Sebastian, where you work? I'm gonna come for your job.
That's what should be known as, Sherry. Second of all, I'm glad to see Wendy Williams is looking great, because what they said, they were saying that she's back with cocaine. She had early Alzheimer's dementia.
But Sebastian, what about the theory that could have been an old video that they just put up to satisfy her fans?
I personally think, I don't think it's an old video, because if you look at her face, it does look like some of the pictures, the recent pictures that was posted. Also, I see the comments. Oh my god.
Don't look at the comments. Don't look at the comments.
Also, I'm gonna say this: the age and her mother thing. That's the age thing. She probably just made a Freudian slip. But the mother thing, I think, her mother's dead. I think her mother died in Florida.
What is that? Somebody, what is that?
Who's in a car?
Yeah, it sounds like a car. Go ahead, Sebastian.
The mother thing, I think she made a mistake. Her mother's dead, but like maybe she's in Florida. I think that's what she meant. Like her mother's here, like her mother's grave is here. Her father's there because her father's still alive and he's in Florida as well. And the rest of her family's in Florida.
Okay, well, if you all want a little more to the conspiracy theory, if she's in the Miami area, today it was cloudy and 73 was the high. She said it's reportedly 80 down there. I'm just throwing that out there. It didn't, I don't know. I know I'm shady. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
You know what, Sharrell? The thing with her money that I don't like is that she's still using the same lawyer that her ex-husband, has. I don't like that. But Sebastian, watch your mouth.
Don't do Wendy like that. I don't like how you're doing Wendy.
Watch your mouth.
You need to like Sharrell. The way y'all are treating Wendy, she needs to come back and needs to come and take her seat back. Sherry needs to roll herself out of that production studio very quickly, because I don't like Sherry. Sherry doesn't bring on the shade that Wendy does, and that's what I like on that show, is the shade Wendy brings.
Yeah.
Can we ask Sebastian why he's coming for Sherry? Sherry just trying to, honestly, in the beginning, it's really trying to, everyone who came on is not trying to take Wendy out. They're trying to have her back.
Come on, Robin.
What has
Thank you.
is
Come
that,
on, Robin.
that Wendy has not been up to par. And there has
Come
not been
on.
one person has come on that set that hasn't at one point for me made me want to stick my finger down my throat and throw up. I want to thank Wendy for giving me this opportunity. Y'all have given her an opportunity to survive and have people like Sebastian come on and act like somebody has done Wendy wrong. For real. And leave Diva alone. I'm going to come for you and your job, Sebastian. Come on,
Yes, Sebastian. Look, I mean, everybody come on the panel in the chat. They keep saying, "Hey, why don't?" I think Mike came on the panel kept saying, "Well, why don't the panel give Wendy a chance? We don't have a contract with Wendy. We want Wendy back, right? We're not keeping her away from the Wendy show, people. You guys are like we stopping Wendy,
right?
Wendy, if she was healthy, in my opinion, would be able to go back when Wendy felt like she wanted to go back, and if she felt like going back tomorrow." She should be able to go back tomorrow, okay? So it's not Diva or Perry keeping her away from the show. Not at all.
From her purple chair.
Yeah, nobody's keeping her away, Sebastian. The only thing we saying is this.
Well, I'm not gonna beat up on Sebastian.
No.
Sebastian, you gotta push back. You gotta step back, Perry.
I want to say big enough for me.
What?
Another thing I want to say is Wendy has till September to make this decision. She's been out. She went on hiatus June of last year because that's when they finished filming. So June of this year would be a whole full year of recovery. So I think she should be back by September. If she does want to come back next week, that would be great because I even unsubscribed from that YouTube channel, the Wendy Williams YouTube channel, because it got so boring with all these rotating panelists and everything. It got so boring, especially with Sherry's on.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Well, if Wendy wants to keep her money, she's going to have to get back before September because these people are coming for her money. She's going to have to get up there and show that she does not have dementia or anything else. Mm-hmm. And by the way, chat, I never said it was sunny. I said it was cloudy and 73 today for the high. Now, anyway, moving right along, she going to have to get back in that chair. And I want Wendy back in that chair. I don't want anybody to go out like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But she gonna have to get back in that chair before September, or she gonna have to find a pit bull for a lawyer that's gonna be able to fight this off. This does not look good at all.
But
this does not look good.
First, they need to say unfreeze her account. First, get her pay her bills, Sebastian. Help her unfreeze her account.
Another thing is, I feel like they froze her account. I feel like Wells Fargo froze her account due to the rumors. I feel like people actually believe this. I actually believe this. There was a point where I was like, oh my God, Wendy really is sick. She really is that bad. I really thought Wendy did have dementia. I really did.
Well, okay, but that's the point, though.
Hold on, inspiration. Robin and Sebastian, let me bring on some new panelists. I appreciate you guys calling in. Inspiration, before I let you speak, I want you to read this message. Thank you, Sebastian. Appreciate the call.
What did it say? Bye. Okay, well, you can come right on over. I'm not going nowhere either. This is the truth. Y'all don't want to hear the truth.
I'm going to bring Corey back. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Corey.
And then there's Lisa here. I see Lisa. Corey, what do you think about what Inspiration saying? Conspiracy theory.
It could be. At first, I was talking to someone in the chat the other day when we were talking about Tommy, and they were saying something about her son being in it with the father, and I was like, I don't know, because Wendy's paying his tuition, so why would he screw up his tuition? But,
I don't know, Lisa.
But I think it could. I think Kelvin is trying to worm his way back into her wallet.
Why is everybody? What does he have to do with this?
Kelvin is very slippery.
Inspiration. What do you think, really quickly, before I let Lisa talk? Everybody keeps talking about Kelvin. Do you agree?
What I just don't know. I would agree if he has anything to do with that board. If he's still part of her company, absolutely. Absolutely.
But the paperwork said he wasn't. When they got divorced, the paperwork said his name was off and everything, and she paid him out.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Then I gotta let him go.
Yeah,
I gotta let him go too.
Yeah, I gotta let him go because he ain't gonna freeze that alimony, and that alimony got frozen. So he's not trying to freeze that up. So, no, I gotta let him go. I think it's more people that are on this board, and whoever is on this production board and stuff, because she was giving them such a hard time about the guests, and I don't want this and I don't want that. Like, I feel like they saw a way to force her either. I told y'all last week, back in the chair or out,
Yep.
and I think that's what they're trying to do.
And they want her out, not really back in the chair.
Yeah, they want her out. They want her out.
Yep.
This is very interesting. That's why I'm trying to get a lot of people in. Sound off really quickly, Lisa. What are your thoughts?
Yes, like I said one time before, I really do believe Kevin is behind this. And that woman love, I believe he signed no rub along with her. Now she looks good, she sounds good on the video. I'm gonna tell you like this: Wendy, get your ass together, get your ass, and if you're gonna get your ass in September, get your ass in there by September, baby. They have your ass in that chair. Say shit, bye-bye. This is mine, my name on the marquee. Like the man said, hey, this is my show. Get your ass together, Wendy. But I do agree with leaving them though. If she's not well, don't bring your ass back, Wendy. Just say goodbye. But I want to see your ass in that damn chair in September. We'll give you a whole year, baby. Your girl Lisa gave you a whole year to get well. Like I said before, I said you got all that medical going on, and plus you got the divorce. She just got a divorce, and then you got your mama passing. That will make you go into a deep down depression because that will stress anybody out. Okay. But I have gave you all of us and gave you a whole year. June will be a whole year. We have not seen you. It's time you get your ass back up, put your big girl panties on, and get your ass together. Get your ass back in the chair. And when your ass come back, put it all on the line. Do not tell no lies. Because you talk about everybody else. You talk about everybody else.
Hold on, Perry.
She talk about everybody else life.
Thank you for calling in. I'm trying to bring in new people. Thank you for coming back, Corey. Thank you, Inspiration.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
All right, thanks, ladies.
What are you saying, Perry?
Oh, no, I was going to say this real quick. I mean, because I noticed this, that everybody keeps saying, get back by September. I think the contract, I don't know for a fact if anybody in the chat know, is the contract over in September? Because that's it said, Sherry, co-host. Who comes back on the last day of the contract? That don't mean they got to renew her contract. The contract will be over, right? So wouldn't she be back like soon?
I'm confused as to what
guys. Okay, I'm saying this.
Hold on a second. Hi, Mike. What were you saying?
I don't have very much long, but I'm going to tell you this lady you're talking about. I know something about this lady. I actually know this lady. Actually,
what lady?
To be honest with you, Wendy Williams. I'm going to make it very quick with you guys. I live in New York, between New York and Miami. But anyway, I'm going to be very quick with this. I want to let you guys know those, and I hear Diva that you are a nurse. But the reason why I really came to this panel because I've seen Sharrell always speak on certain things, and I kind of like you a whole lot, honestly, by the way. But I want to say this. Okay, so one thing I'm going to say real quick is that you guys that have never experienced Graves' disease, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease just 6 months ago. And Graves' disease can be very challenging. Please listen to what I'm going to say. It can be very challenging because one thing about it is that it takes an episode of you that you have to basically take time with yourself. It can be a mental situation that can lead into depression, but you have to have a strong mind, and you have to be very physical at it, and it's like shutting yourself down from every person there is. I got on your panel just to tell you this, so I was trying to get in to let you know this. Wendy Williams, for instance, her situation, you guys, if she does not come back to the network, there's a lot of offers that are waiting for her to come on the table. A lot of offers that will be waiting on the table for her to come back. So if she loses this network, she'll be back somewhere else. One thing about television is a gamble, it's a monopoly. You have investors, and when the investors feel like they're not gaining any more respect, they begin to want to weed out. You got to remember, everything on television is an investment. There are brokers that involve with that. I know a lot about that, but I just want to let you guys know that she would be fine. I mean, as she stated, a woman of a certain age has to take time with herself. And these diseases, like Graves' diseases, they're very harsh on women than they are on the male. It's a thyroid issue. And if you don't have your voice, you can't do anything. And it also affects your voice. It also affects your movement on a daily basis. So you have to understand, let's just think about Wendy as a Black woman in power. She has to have time for herself. Yeah, and as I was listening to Paul say, you can't be selfish and run for everyone else when they want you to come. You have to be selfish for yourself and take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the
Mm-hmm.
most important thing. You got to speak. I'm sorry.
Well, listen, Mike, do you think she should come back?
I think that she should take a break because they have turned her inside out, up and down and inside out. I love Wendy. Wendy has millions and millions of fans. I mean, more than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
I think she needs to
It's
take
a
a
sad
break.
situation.
I think Mike was saying the same thing. I think people are misunderstanding us, right? I love Wendy too. I've been to the Wendy Williams show several times.
I think we all love her.
So what we're saying is you could love a person, but you still got to understand business. Would you yourself, Mike, run a business and keep an employee who you can't count on, who can't open your store every day?
Not when I have brokers and investors that put their money into a pool of investment in a network and a show. That you can't do that. You just have to be professional.
That's all
And
we're saying.
Wendy, she always have had her way of being this strong. You got to remember, this is a powerful lady. This lady is very strong. She's educated. She went to Northwestern University. She's dealt with all types of no's and yeses. She's a very strong woman. Believe me. Dementia and all of that.
Okay, Mike, did you want to add anything else? Because you brought a very good, interesting point to the conversation. Very interesting.
Yeah, but the dementia, that's all talk. This lady has a sharp mind. Don't sleep on it. She has a very sharp mind. I always see her in California. The thing when I go to Miami, I sit in a certain building and I'm Montel, I'm not putting your business out here. Please don't get upset, Montel Williams. But they're very cool with each other. And he lives in the building that I stay in at times. And Wendy actually stays in that same building. They're good. They're very cool.
Okay, since we are being messy, what do you think of Sherry?
Not very. We have had our running, me and Sherry. We would communicate on Instagram quite a bit when she was going through the problem. You guys know when she was trying to lose weight and go through the surgeries and things of that nature, and she went on what you call the keto diet.
Surgeries.
Well, I'm gonna leave that alone. But the
Wait,
keto
what?
diet.
You just
the keto diet that they claim they're going on. And
I knew she lost that awfully fast. Go ahead, Mike. Change the subject.
Of course, she'd had work. I mean, that's the way of Hollywood. That's the way of the business. That's the way of the business. But
Sherry Shepherd lied to me.
That's the way of the business. But
Okay,
as
go
I
ahead,
say
go ahead.
that, all I'm going to say is that, the fact of dementia, she doesn't have dementia. But I'm going to say this. Guys. When individuals are diagnosed with grave disease, if you wait too late, it can cause a certain episode of dementia. I have to be honest with you. Dementia can play a part in it. You can have memory loss. You can lose balance. You can also have extreme amount of losing sleep and be very tireless.
So, Mike, can I ask you a question? I know, listen, I see your passion. I hear your passion for Wendy, and I appreciate it. But if you're saying all is well, why all of these years we never heard nothing about the money and freezing of the bank and all of this? And all of a sudden, right now, all is supposed to be well with her, but we're hearing that her account is being frozen, where all the sprinklings are dropping in the air. This is not hate. This is realness here. All these other years, we never heard anything about it.
You ever heard of okay, I lost a brother a while ago, right? And you ever heard of I think it's a proxy. I'm sorry, I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's an act of someone taking care of your finances at the time. And they can come on and say, you know what? I think this individual is not stable. I think she has individuals that are taking advantage of her. It can be these sneaky calls that come through that's to the bank. And the bank can take action and they can take custody over your finances. And I think this is what it is. It's people that are internally within that's doing this to her. She's a Black woman. You got to imagine a Black woman with a show and it's well renowned and she's big. She's bigger than any talk show host.
Well, listen, Mike, I appreciate you calling in. I know you say you don't have a lot of time. You got to come back.
I will definitely do that. But you keep it up. I
Okay,
like
thank
you.
you.
I like you.
I love you too. Thank you. And I love your tea. Okay. That
Thank
Sherry
you.
Shipper thing, it didn't go over my head.
No, there's so much mess in Hollywood that you have to know about. It's
You gotta
crazy.
call back. You have to DM me and tell me when you
But the
want to come
video
back.
that you
Okay.
guys saw of Wendy, that wasn't today.
Say it again.
That wasn't today.
So it's old.
That video is kind of that video is kind of old. That wasn't
It's
Wendy
last
Williams
year.
today.
It's
That
last
was
year,
when her
Mike.
mother was alive. That's when her mother.
See,
Oh my
that's we caught it.
God.
We caught it. We
Yeah,
caught it.
oh my God. They are trying to pull the wool over our eyes.
But
Oh
Kevin,
my
I
God,
want to tell you
Mike.
guys, Kevin has nothing to do with Wendy Williams. So he's restrained to getting very close to her. She had things so he would not be able to get close to her. I mean, the son and Kevin talks, but Wendy Williams and Kevin, they're not on the terms of communication like that.
Wow.
Well, Sharrell, somebody said a doctor.
Yeah,
Somebody
so
said a doctor's trying to call in and talk about Wendy's condition.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
I'm
let you
gonna
guys.
let you guys go.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Mike. I appreciate the call. Do call back.
Sure. Thank you. Sure.
We like you, Mike.
Yeah,
All
take
right.
care.
Let me, Lola. Let me drop you, Lola. Hank. Yeah, I gotta clear the room. I gotta drop you, Lola. Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah,
good.
right.
Okay. Bonji, sound off really quickly.
Let the record show that I have Sebastian's back, Diva and Perry. Secondly, in the chat, people are saying that Wells Fargo might want the conservatorship. They might put an injunction on her accounts, but conservatorship or guardianship takes more than that. Why am I saying that? Because we have gone through it with our son. We had to prove from 2 independent medical professionals why it was necessary, and then the court actually assigned him a lawyer who wasn't paid by us or our lawyer or a third party.
Thank you, Bonji. I want to bring up this doctor really quickly. Don't hang up, Bonji. I will bring you back, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you? Can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Good, really good. So you wanted to speak on the medical condition. What do you want to say?
Yes, I just did a video on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Charm World. I'm Dr. Charm. I'm a licensed naturopathic doctor. So we look at medicine from a natural and a regular perspective. And Wendy has released in her statement that she's seeing holistic doctors. So here's the thing. With the Graves' disease, I heard the gentleman say something about the Graves can contribute to dementia if it's not caught early. But Wendy has admitted, I've been listening to Wendy since her radio years. Wendy has been getting consistent treatment for this Graves' disease. So I do not think that is the issue with the dementia. What I am really leaning towards is either COVID or alcohol-related dementia. And I talk about this on the video.
COVID-related dementia?
COVID-related neurological disorder. So a lot of people know about the respiratory problems with COVID. You lost the taste and smell. You have a cough, sneezing, chest cold, chest congestion. However, COVID can cause depression. It can cause psychosis. It can cause neurological issues. There are people who we call COVID long haulers. These are the people that recovered from COVID. They are testing negative for COVID. They are no longer positive for COVID, but they are still experiencing symptoms 6 months to a year down the line. And so the statement got released in September that she had a breakthrough COVID infection, and breakthrough COVID just means you're vaccinated and you still catch COVID. So that's a real possibility. If she were already having mental health issues and then you have COVID, that could be a real issue. The other thing is the alcohol-related dementia. Wendy has already admitted that she has alcohol abuse issues. She was in the sober living facility. If you abuse alcohol on a consistent basis, even just you and me, we take a drink. It actually kills brain cells every time you take a drink. So if she's been abusing alcohol, which that's what the lawsuit with what was the DJ Boo has said that, hey, she had this episode and everybody's talking about she's been masturbating and throwing the clothes off and stuff. If she has been drinking like that, it can cause memory loss, not being able to know who your family members are, not being able to make decisions, do planning, make financial plans. And that video, if indeed it's current, my opinion, I saw the video. She looks great in the video. She doesn't come across as a person who has dementia, if that video is current.
Well,
She
let
just
me
said it was.
let me stop you there, doctor. Do you think it's current?
Based on what dude is saying, and that she dropped and said her mother, because I kind of thought maybe she was referring, because she's done this on the show before. She said my mother, as if her mother's still alive, because the Bible says, "Would to be absent from the earth is to be present with the Lord." They still here with us, so some of us still talk that hey, communicate with the spirit. So she could either be speaking to her mother in that way, or it could be an old video. I think it's current, but if it isn't, then we really got. The thing that is making me think that it might not be current is because she didn't say, hey, Wendy, Sherry is coming for your spot. Wendy should have been like, hey, y'all, I'm ready to get back. We're in communication. I'm fine. I'm keeping an eye on my coins, blah, 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 blah. And she wasn't coming through with enough oomph for me to think that it was current. So there's a possibility that video is not current. I hope to God that it was current.
That video, doctor, is not current. I just want you to know.
It's old.
That's old. That's old.
Okay.
They try to play us.
They try to play us. And then we get into this Wells Fargo thing, and these people trying to take this woman's money like this. I don't care what condition she's in. Who are you to start proceedings to try to get her in a Britney-like guardianship or conservatorship? That's not this woman has family. She has friends. She has a power of attorney. How can you supersede a power of attorney? That power of attorney says that I have designated this person to make either legal decisions for me, financial decisions for me, or healthcare decisions for me if I'm incapacitated. So who the hell is Wells Fargo to try to come and supersede her legal wishes? That's not right.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You said it. So listen. If she's suffering some kind of mental, and I'm just going to put you on the spot, you're on blast right now. Should she be back?
If Wendy is suffering from a mental illness or mental or substance abuse or whatever's going on, no, she needs to get right. But I tell you what, it's nothing like worrying about somebody, because Wendy always says, nobody's going to sit in this purple chair. Well, baby, Sherry is on her way to that chair, and Sherry ain't got the talent that Wendy has. So Wendy, whatever you got to do, if you got to get you some herbs, some homeopathic, if you got to get you some river water or something, some new D, whatever you got to do, girl, we want you back in that chair, girl, because this would be a travesty and a tragedy.
Let me ask you this. If she's dealing with side effects of COVID, where it affects your mental, can she get better? Can it get worse?
Yes, absolutely, she could get better. She could get better. She's got a team. I mean, this woman has resources that you and I do not have. So she's got a team of holistic doctors. Her and Dr. Oz are friends. I mean, I'm sure he didn't call in some favors. So
what if it's alcohol abuse? Can she get better?
If it's alcohol abuse, then she's got to, and this is where, and I talk about this in my video, this is where she went wrong, because I've been listening to Wendy since the radio day. She used to get me through my medical school when I was in medical school in Phoenix, and I was like, oh, I'm surrounded by white people. That was my Black culture for the day. And what always struck me, I read all her autobiographies. Wendy was a crack down, cocaine down. She was down, bust down with it. And she was still drinking. And in the school of thought of addiction medicine is, if you have an addictive personality, if you are a person that relieves your pain through food, through sex, through drugs, through shopping, whatever it is, but especially drugs, you should not be drinking alcohol, because there's always a potential of you abusing it. And that's exactly what has happened with Wendy. When Wendy went off the crack and went off the cocaine, she should have stopped alcohol too. And so that turned into another abuse. And of course, this woman has a broken heart. Her husband had a baby with the mistress, has moved on, has gotten married. There are reports that she was devastated when she found out about the engagement and everything. So Wendy can overcome the alcohol issue, but she's got to want to.
Now, if it messes up your, I don't know, brain functioning, can you recover from alcohol abuse that's caused damage?
You trying to say, can it be reversible? But the thing is, I think with her, Sharrell, I think it's too far gone, because she has multiple situations. Like she's been abusing the drugs, unfortunately, for years, right? And then I think she went in a big downward spiral towards the end. And I really wholeheartedly believe, now that we can probably agree 100% that video is old, they just made the situation even worse.
But I want to hear from the doctor. Can you reverse?
Absolutely.
Alcohol?
We don't know how far. We don't know where she is in it. We don't know what level she's at. If she was able to get up and do her show up until however long, then she had some kind of faculty. She's not from all intents and purposes, I can't see her deteriorating. When was the last time she did this show? Last May? I can't see her deteriorating from May all the way till now. It hasn't been a year yet to where she cannot recover. There are nutrients. If you go into the holistic school of thought, there are nutrient IVs. There's different neurotransmitter and things
but you gotta stop. But you have to stop. You can reverse.
Yeah, you gotta stop because of course you have to stop. And then it's dangerous when you stop because if these, and this is one of the reasons during the pandemic that the alcohol, the what do you call those places? The liquor stores were considered essential places because people are like, well, shit, I mean, for people that like to get their drink on, yeah, it's essential, but really it's a public health issue because if you have people who are abusing alcohol like that and they quit cold turkey, they could die. So they had to keep those liquor stores open. They could go into what's called delirium tremens, have a seizure, and die. It is a real diagnosis.
She's not ready. I love you, Wendy. You're not ready. You're not ready. Thank you, doctor, for calling in. You got to come back, will you?
Absolutely. Tell me how I can do it. Absolutely.
DM me, and so we could have each other's DMs, and we got to talk medical talk. We'll have you and Diva have a get down, you nurse and doctor, and have a whole show. Thank you for calling in. Don't forget
you
to
on
DM
YouTube. Am I DM you on YouTube, or where do I DM you?
Oh no!
Sorry, I'm new to this. I'm new to it.
On go to Sharrell's World on Instagram, and then send me a private message.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Or call Perry's hotline, one or the other.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
I gotta wrap this up. We've been on just too long. That was deep. We've been fooled. That video's fake. I don't care.
It's old. It's old.
It's old.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's sort of like come across that way. At first, I was just thinking, yeah, she looked fine, whatever. And if it's new, my point still stay the same, though. I would think that you would just come out, nice lighting, no wind, address all. She got millions of fans. Hell, look at the chat.
I can't put Perry in the wind.
The chat come at me and Diva as if we holding Wendy back. We supporting Wendy. The people who come at us is only wanting Wendy back for their own selfish reasons.
Oh, Perry, we gotta go. Perry,
Sharrell, they'll say something different when the truth comes out. We'll wait for the truth. We'll get beat down now. When the truth comes out, we'll be okay with their apology. But truthfully, so if she was fine, she would have spoke differently, not the wind blowing in your face.
Y'all are too much.
And we will say this though: me and Diva are wishing Wendy the best.
100%.
Okay, I gotta cut this off because I'm on a time constraint here. I wanted to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, but you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys in the chat. Hold Diva and Perry accountable. If you don't agree with them, let us know. I'm sorry to everyone backstage that I couldn't get to your calls. I just simply ran out of time. Doctor, thank you so much for calling in. And what was his name? The alias Mike Jones. I know that's not your name, Mike, but we need you to call
Mike
back.
Jones.
All right, on three, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.